All right, y'all, check it out. We're not messing around today. No time for jokes. You know why? Because we're talking about the funkiest note in the world. The funkiest note in the world. Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome back to the Brownstone. My name is Rich Brown. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Hope you had an amazing week. I had a great week, a very busy week. And there's a lot of really great music coming up online that I hope you get a chance to check out. Hey, listen, today, got a very cool lesson for you today. It's something that I don't hear people talk about enough, but it's all throughout the history of funk. And I think I have found the funkiest note in the world, the funkiest note in the whole world. And I'm gonna show you what it is. When I say this is the funkiest note in the world, it's not just me just saying out of the clear blue sky that this is the funkiest note in the world. Listen, I have done plenty of research throughout the history of this music, and I have found one particular note that really stands out and gives everybody in the room the stink face. And I'll show you what that note is. Before I show you what the note is, I'll just play you some examples of what I'm talking about, because it really does go through the history of the music, like James Brown. You know this tune? Or Prince. You know what I'm saying? Or D'Angelo. I'm not gonna play a D'Angelo tune, but maybe you hear something like this. Let's say I just play like a simple pattern, playing the root note. This is all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the root note, and then I'm going to play a little fill that features the funkiest note in the world. And you've heard this in D'Angelo's music. Check this out. So if I just play. So there's simple bass line. Now check this out. Come on. So there you go. Those are three examples of the funkiest note in the world. And I'll show you what that note is. If I'm playing on a minor harmony, which all of those examples were just basically different funk grooves over a minor harmony. So if I'm playing over a minor harmony, the major sixth is your best friend. It really is. That's the note that is guaranteed to give everybody the stink face, make everyone go, oh, what was that? So now the thing is, we have to figure out how to bring this into our vocabulary, how to implement this harmony into our playing. And for me, the easiest way, the fastest way for me to do that was to take simple lines. Let's go back to our favorite G minor pentatonic scale, for example. So if I do that, the major sixth of that G minor is going to be the note E. So now I have to find where all of those notes are going to be. So I've got the open E, I've got the 7th fret of the A, I've got the 2nd fret of the D, and I've got the 9th fret of the G. So in realizing where all those notes are going to be, I can now play simple lines, very simple lines, and then just try to incorporate those notes. It sounds like a very simple idea, and it is. But for me, it's always been the easiest way to work a new idea into my playing. Take something super easy, something that doesn't take a whole lot of thought at all, because I'm a bit of a dum-dum. But it has also led me to these little epiphanies that allow for me to grow as a musician. So sometimes keeping it simple is best. You know what I'm saying? So here, let's just play like a simple G minor thing. And then I'm going to give you an exercise that's really going to blow your mind. All right. So if I have G minor, I can just play a simple G minor groove. Now, as I'm playing this groove, my mind is going E, 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 recognizing where all of those notes are. This is happening as I'm doing this. So then if I want to play a fill, then I can take another simple idea. Let's say I walk up to each of those E's, wherever possible, from a tone below. So I'll play a tone and then a semitone up from that, and then I'll land on my E. Huh? How easy is that? So then, and if I really want to emphasize that harmony on the one, right? Play it right on the one. Land on that funkiest note in the world, right on the one. Huh? How about that? Now I can do this on the D string. Whoa. Hear that? That low E? Come on now. So there's one very easy way to just get that harmony into your ear so that you recognize it and it becomes part of your vocabulary in no time flat. Now, there's another way that we can work this into our mind's ear. And that is to take something that we already know and change it in the slightest way to accommodate for this new harmony. For me, and for us, let's say, we can take our pentatonic exercise that we've done from a previous lesson and change that pentatonic scale so that it incorporates our new major sixth, funkiest note in the world. Huh? So check this out. I'll take the same G minor pentatonic scale that we've been using throughout the history of this channel. And I'll just play. There's my G minor pentatonic. So G, the root, minor third, C to D, the fourth to the fifth, F, the minor seventh, and then it starts over again from there. So I just want to make sure I know all of the notes that I have in this one position and really get that shape under my fingers. That's my minor pentatonic. But let's change that pentatonic and incorporate the funkiest note in the world. Let's call this the pentatonic funk scale. No, the funk pentatonic scale. No, the brownstone pentatonic. No, I'll think of something. So here's what we do. We play the pentatonic as we normally would. Now, the closest note to the funkiest note in the world, that major sixth, is going to be this minor seventh. So let's eliminate that minor seventh altogether and change that to the major sixth, the E, which changes the shape of our scale ever so slightly, but in a beautiful and very meaningful way. It really impacts the harmony in a very unexpected way. And it's cool because then we can start to incorporate some of our regular sequential patterns using this new shape to get some very cool lines. So check this out. Here's the new whatever. How about you give it a name? Let's hear what you would call this scale. And don't say it's a minor major sixth pentatonic. Boring. Let me hear some creative names for what this scale could be. I'm going to go with the brownstone pentatonic. Because why not? So check it out. I've got root, minor third, fourth, fifth, major sixth. Come on now. And then the octave. And then if I want to continue with the notes in this position, I've got two more notes on the G string. There's the minor third again. There's the fourth. So then I have this very cool scale. So this is very cool because when we start to incorporate sequential patterns using this shape, beautiful things happen. I say this a lot, but then beautiful things happen. Would I steer you wrong? No. Check it out. So let's say I take a 4-note ascending pattern on this shape, this new funky pentatonic, whatever we're going to call it. That's up to y'all. So check this out. Here's the exercise. I'm going to take a 4-note sequence through this shape using this new major 6th pentatonic. Boring. But check it out. All I'm going to do, I mean, if you don't know the sequence, it's very simple. I'm just taking 4 notes, starting 4 sequential notes from each successive note of the scale. So, 4 notes from the root, then 4 notes from the 2nd note. Hey now, there's that 6th. 4 notes from the 3rd note. 4 notes from my 5th, 4th note of the scale. And then 4 notes from the 5th note of the scale. So then I get this cool pattern. And then I can play that backwards. Immediately it changes, in a huge way, it changes the sound of our pentatonic scale. And now we've got this cool harmony that we can work with using this new shape. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, man, okay, so this is cool. You're doing this all on a minor thing, but, you know, what if I'm playing some funk that's in a major key? What about that, Rich Brown, huh? Well, I got you. Because if you remember the exercise that we did in the pentatonic video, I might as well just leave a link for that up there. Is it up there? If you remember that video, if you don't remember it, check it out. I'll be right here. Watch it, come on back, and then we'll talk some more about this. But if you remember that video, the main thing that I wanted to get across in that video was the idea that we have 3 different shapes for our one pentatonic scale. And if you remember correctly, we were working with G minor, which led us to B flat major, and then another formation of the B flat major scale. So now we just have to remember how we put together this new sort of funky pentatonic scale. And the alteration that we made was we simply changed F, the note F, and moved it down to an E. So when we do that on the B flat major scale, anytime we run into an F, we play E. So if I play B flat major pentatonic, then here's what I've got. Here's my B flat, there's the C, D. Now normally, with the regular major pentatonic scale, I would play the F there. But I'm going to move that F back. Oh man, already it sounds good. I'm going to move that F back to an E and then continue with the scale. So what have I got? I've got the root, B flat, the 2nd, the major 3rd, the sharp 4, or the flat 5. There's my major 6th. There's the root again. 1, 2, 3. Root, 2nd, 3rd. So again, root, 2nd, major 3rd, sharp 4, 6, and those are the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm smiling because I already know what this sounds like, and it's going to blow your minds. So if I take the same pattern, the same sequential pattern of 4 ascending notes and descending on this groove. Now, even though I'm playing on a major pentatonic scale, this could be great for a major harmony, but this could also be a great extension if you're playing on G minor. That was the point of the other scale, to really help you to recognize what's going on and what's available to you when you start to move outside of your home shape, let's say. So there are two ways that we can approach this. We can either play this in kind of like a B flat major harmony. There's my 4-note sequential pattern ascending. Again, all I did was start 4 notes from each note of the scale. So here's my first note, second, third, fourth, fifth. Right? Those are my 5 notes of the pentatonic. That sounds so cool. So I can either think of this as being in the key of B flat major, or I can think of it as being in the key of G minor, right? Right? Same thing. So then the last thing that we can do is play that second formation of our major pentatonic scale. So if I've got B flat in this sort of second finger position where I'm starting with the B flat on my second finger, then I can play the other formation which puts the first 3 notes on the same string. So if my B flat major pentatonic scale, I want to get the sound of that in my head. So that when I change the position and put the first 3 notes on the same string, I've got root, second, major third, fifth, and sixth. Now we can look at the scale and make the alteration. There's my F. And we're going to bring that F down to an E. Every time I play that, I hear it in context, and it's like, yeah, the funkiest note in the world. Okay, so then we simply just play this new formation of our funky pentatonic scale. So now I've got root, second, third, sharp 4 to the 6th. And then that shape happens again when I start on the D string. So then I have this cool pattern that I can then incorporate into my harmony. And that's it. How cool is that? So maybe I'll leave it there. That's a lot of information to throw at you all at once. But it's really all about hearing that major 6th and incorporating that major 6th on a minor harmony. Now, if I'm looking at the major, I'll just leave you with this next point. If I'm looking at that major and I'm playing some funk in a major key, then to answer the question, there's my sharp 4. So if I'm playing in a major key, that sharp 4 is going to serve the same function as the major 6th on a minor. Does that make sense? Sharp 4 on a major 6th on a minor. Funkiest note in the world. And that's that. I'll leave it at that. My friends and neighbors, listen, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you did, then please click like, share it with as many people as you can. And subscribe to the channel. This channel is growing, still growing, and I want to make this as huge as we possibly can, and I need your help with that. So please do like, share, subscribe, and if you find some value in these lessons, then you have the opportunity to donate to the channel if you're in a position to do so. And every donation is greatly appreciated. I'm going to leave it there, my friends and neighbors, and wish you well and have fun with this exercise, and I will see you in the next video. Peace and love.